Hi, I'm Taylor, and thanks for tuning into my channel. I've been doing a series of videos on how to be a highly desirable woman, and today I want to talk about how to be an ideal man. I posted something on Instagram the other day and on Twitter. Started on Twitter, turned it into a meme on Instagram that got a bit of attention. I did one for what is an ideal man and one for what is an ideal woman, because inevitably I always get that question, what about for women? Or what about for men? So I have done both. And the way that this post came to pass was because I work on this with men and women every single day. I have a group for men and a group for women, and their goal is to become an ideal man or an ideal woman for that ideal complement that they're looking to attract and spend the rest of their life with. So I did write a book, an ebook, called The Ideal Relationship System. And it goes into detail about how I work with people in order to do just that. How to become their ideal self, how to build their ideal lifestyle, how to attract their ideal partner, and develop that ideal relationship. Now, I won't go into too much of that right now, although there are plenty of videos on my channel that you can watch that will give you a good introduction into a lot of those topics. But today specifically, I want to talk about what an ideal man is, who he is, what is he like. So let's just go straight to the meme on Instagram, and I'll post it here. So an ideal man is attractive, definitely. An ideal man is fit, healthy, and active, absolutely. An ideal man is confident and takes charge. He's well-dressed and well-groomed, driven, focused, and passionate, steadfast and resilient, charming yet selective. I really like this one. He's a warrior and a survivalist. That got a lot of attention. A strong and objective leader for his family, and he's unwavering in character. So these are a really important set of qualities to develop if you want to be that ideal man and that top percentile of men that's going to attract an ideal woman to create that ideal relationship with. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other things that you need to consider when you're vetting. If you're a woman, you're going to be looking for things that are particular to you and your personality and the specific values that are your priorities and that define you and your lifestyle. But in general, these are basically the bare minimum of what you should be looking for or what you should be working on if you really want to get to that upper level of options. So some of these seem to me pretty basic stuff, and it's surprising still the reactions that I get from people. Like, I'm none of those things. Do I have to be those things every single day, 24/7? Of course not. It's like with anything, any type of self-development. You don't have to be perfect 100% of the time, but you have to have that goal, that horizon that you're working towards. So of course, you can't control everything about what you look like, right? Like your face, your body type to some extent is genetic, but attractiveness is influenced by a lot of different things. And being fit and being healthy and being well groomed, and a lot of these qualities are really things that are in your control. So don't be discouraged. Confident and takes charge is something that you can work on as well, right? Like, you don't have to be an outgoing extrovert, but you can be confident, you can be self-assured, and you can learn how to take charge if it's not even your personality default mode, right? If you're more like laid back and kind of like low key, that's okay too, but there's a time and a place for that. And you need to know how to take charge in order to lead a lady in an ideal relationship. So obviously well-dressed and well-groomed and driven, focused, and passionate. That is so important. You have to have that fire in your belly. It's very attractive for a man to have that ambition, to not be complacent, and to feel like he has some type of significant purpose that is going to allow you to respect him and admire him if you're a woman. And for a man, if you're feeling like you don't really have anything that, like that calling or that element of you know, get up and go, like something that really is on your mind and helps you focus for your productivity, then you're missing something. And you need to get out there, and you need to have experiences and talk to other men that you can emulate and respect and admire so that you too can find what does that for you. Now, being steadfast and resilient, like that steadfastness is that it's not, it goes beyond confidence, right? It goes beyond confidence to that security. Like you're so reliable, you're so capable, you're so competent, and you're able to withstand the turmoil and tumultuous chaos that may be around you. Hint, hint, that's usually a lady being very emotional. And being resilient, being able to be solution focused and to be able to address whatever problem comes up with a firm calmness that's resolute and figure it out, right? Do what it takes in order to make it work. The warrior and survivalist is really relevant, if never before this year, right? So you have to have someone who you feel safe with. So to be able to be competent in regards to not just self-defense, but combat, um, are you able to protect your family? Are you able to withstand inconveniences or worse? If you're stuck somewhere, can you handle yourself? And that's really, really important for you to be that beacon of protection for a family and a lady. A strong and objective leader for your family. Now, this is also very important and seems self-evident, but it's something that you have to cultivate overall. And when you have a family, obviously it's going to be your family, so you're going to be motivated to keep them safe. But sometimes when I talk to male clients, they can get lost and sidetracked, and they can kind of get, caught up in the money, caught up in the work, but forgetting to actually lead his family by having that cause, that purpose, that mission. And especially if you have children, and especially if you have sons as a father, you can't just leave all of that child rearing and domestic stuff to your wife. She has an essential role in bringing up your children and playing that role model part to some extent, especially for young girls, but even to boys. She's going to also emulate those characteristics that are important that you're trying to drive home and have your sons internalize, but you need to be the one to put them into practice and for them to see you as their first hero and role model. But in addition to leading your children, you have to lead your wife as well, right? Like she has to buy into that mission and buy into whatever it is that you're working on as a team, even though you're playing different complementary roles. And she needs to trust you and she needs to respect you. So in order to do that, you have to earn it, right? And you have to act that way consistently. It doesn't have to be like 24/7, 100% of the time, again, but you really need to have that presence overall. That's just going to make everyone feel like they can follow you and trust you and put their faith into you. Now, the last one, unwavering in character, is up to interpretation. What is character? What is good character? What kind of character do you want? But what it means, the message behind that, is really that it's clear what you stand for. You're accountable, you are congruent, you are transparent, right? People know you don't hide behind inconsistencies, or you don't say one thing and do another. You are a man of integrity. You have integrity, and you live by it. So you put it into practice. You practice what you preach, and you absolutely stand for those principles that matter to you. So that is an ideal man. Thanks for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, leave your comments and questions below, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao.